The Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So UCLA's offense will go to work first. In the football lore of the Golden State, there have been so many classics, and the Bruins pulled out a close one last season.
They did what they needed to do last year, no doubt. The Bruins came out and they executed when it mattered most. And, David, I feel like that's really lit a fire under USC in this game to try and get revenge.
Yeah, a year of hearing about it from all your family, all your friends in L.A. You lost to the Bruins. You're upset. You're ready to change that history and do something about it.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Quick release by the QB. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes this whole crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Bring in the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Offensive line has got to do a better job communicating. They got to do a better job pre-snap seeing where this pressure is coming from. That DB was essentially telegraphing his blitz, and nobody picked him up.
Bruins will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Trojans' offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. He's looking to throw. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Trojans send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Got a little space. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Paul. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Reads it, fires complete. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right on the money. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The head coach has to be losing his mind after all of these penalties. Now it's 1st and 30. Look out, he's got room. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's complete to the right. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The play action fake. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So 1st down here as they go back to work. He leaves it with his back. Spins away from the defender.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out.
Turning it on! Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Hauls it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Into the end zone. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. These fans trying to boost this defense on a big 3rd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. He got it! And he will score! Touchdown, USC! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Here's a heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Lockhart. After the filthy move, he's got room. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's open on the right, and they're able to get him on the ground. The Bruins can really attack on this second and short. With the catch, it's Lockhart. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Better find the air clutch. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
Try to get it to the edge. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bruins.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. To the air on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick strike complete. Runs through a tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're working that left side. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets open down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll send the back in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. Using the quick game. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. Power ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quickly complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting absolutely nowhere on 2nd down, they'll try to get on 3rd and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Lockhart. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Working the middle. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hold and fire complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45. They've gotten this drive going a couple of 1st downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Oh, he's got a chance. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, they execute the in route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snags it over the middle.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Works the middle of the field. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll go to the toss. Powers through the defender. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff from the gun. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Sends it downfield. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
They executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held onto it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. On the ground with the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Trojans are on the move. Off play action on 1st down. Touchdown, Trojans! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. USC stretches out that lead, and not too far in the distance, they're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in LA.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute, and right now they're getting ready to chant "Fight on" at the end of this game.
27, UCLA, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Catch inside the 25. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They'll try the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, UCLA! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Power football with the run. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Wants to throw again. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Now facing a third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
The Trojans will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, turning it on! Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Lockhart. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw on 3rd. He makes the grab. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got...
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room in into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruins.
And this offense runs the option. They didn't need the option. The quarterback does a great job understanding what the defense is trying to do. He's got space. He takes it. Why pitch it when I don't have to? Makes the big, long, explosive touchdown play for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 79 yards on the drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Off play action. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be... Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Trojans will hustle to the line.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking to throw on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just keep swinging it. It's complete. And the defense forces him to step out at the 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking.
Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
UCLA.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The snap sets up the throw. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Takes the knee, and the perfect season is still alive. spell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerged victorious over their crosstown rivals. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.